We start?
Yep.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. I guess we're gonna do a roll call vote. Joe Jones, here.
Joe Joner, here.
Reyes here. Church here.
And we have, Kim, we have, compliance with open meeting law.
Yes, we do.
We're good. The first thing on the agenda is to approve the heirs contract for the beach road replacement. I sent you all an email, and I know it was overwhelming,
An hour and a half
But-
notice,
right.
yay.
but it was intended to give you all the details.
At 3:40.
Yeah.
Well, I had trouble with email. I had to re-log in. It was really a pain in the neck, because I had it done earlier this morning. Anyway, what we've done is, you will see this SMA contract in the attachments. That's what our award that we received. Then you will receive this contract in your packet as well. And, that is heirs contract, with the municipality and the state. And, so that was for us to review. I talked with Joe Jawasik, who is the DOT, project lead on this. He will be our guy driving this through. And spoke with him at length this morning. I spoke with Dan Sikau from heirs yesterday. And at this point, you'll see a big, long list. So one of the things that you brought up was make sure it's not gonna violate our claim for this
Right.
money. And he said that is his job, that is his sole job, is to make sure we
Yeah,
don't
so
lose the money. So, I think in general, I see everything, in this contract that we need. You will see in the second document that is in this, contract package, there's an 11-page document, and in the back, there is a, milestone title, chart. And, so it gives you an idea of when everything's gonna be happening. I think later this year or early next year is about the earliest we're gonna start seeing any kind of plans. And that's really next time on the page. So what I need to do is, if everybody's generally okay with this and you don't see any obvious problems, we need to approve it at board level, and then I need to send off to Joe Jawasik that, we've approved it and he's good to go. And then he takes it to other people within the state to do their reviews and everything. The one, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I didn't get a chance to go page by page through the entire thing. I had a couple of questions. Page one, I checked the statute reference, that's fine, we're good there. On page three, the reference to a contract dated October 18th, we're good there. Was not sure what the procedure 8-15-1 was, but that's more for the consultant, not for us. So we're okay there. On page 1 of the 11 attachments,
I didn't print all of that. Should get to that though. Something that needs to be corrected?
yes.
Okay.
I suppose it doesn't have to be corrected, since this is the, contract for heirs. But it states that a pavement report will be approved by the municipality, and then it says, provide a copy to the department.
What?
Do we do that? Department is Department of Transportation. Are we responsible for that, or is the consultant responsible for that? It just says provide to the department.
That might be a Todd question.
If it's a PASER pavement rating report, that Todd does that.
Well, it doesn't refer to that.
No.
My guess is it's the consultant, because they're getting paid through the department,
To do it.
so they would have to provide it, but since it's a
Yeah.
contract, I thought it should spell out who's responsible to provide it to them?
It doesn't say by when.
Nope.
What I will say is in my email, which again, I didn't print out, so I can't speak to it directly. However, in the email, one thing he said is typically we do not get full funding for these things. It's usually an 80-20 or something. So the reason for having us involved in this contract at all is primarily because usually the municipality has funding that they have to bring to the table.
Sure.
That's what makes it a three-way contract,
Even though this one is 100%, just so everyone
even
knows.
though this is.
That was a big, big discussion when we were taking over the bridge, yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah. So, and the other thing with that funding is there's 430,000.
I saw that.
30,000 is for the DOT, which they may or may not use all of it. And then the rest would be
It's like
400.
381.
381 was the actual contract, so we got 18 and change to deal with invasive or whatever
Right.
species stuff. I will,
Can you guys like move to approve it with the clarification on that?
yes, can I
Sure.
do that?
Yep.
Was that the only thing? you
No.
had?
On page 4, regarding public involvement meetings. AIRS is supposed to assist us in holding 2 public involvement meetings.
Yep.
At the bottom, it says, we have to provide a mailing list for that meeting. So, who's the public involvement meeting for? Just those persons that are affected by the bridge closure? Or does she have to send a mailing list of everyone in the township?
Which we have
Probably
for the
everyone.
newsletter,
I
so
would
that's,
agree.
that's not crazy for us to be able to
Okay.
provide.
Then I guess that,
Anyone in the community could be using this road.
Mm-hmm.
true.
Absolutely.
Coming to the town hall,
Right.
that could be the case.
Lulu Bells.
Right.
Anything.
Police
Right.
department.
Yeah.
Hardly, yeah.
It's a valid comment. What I will have to do is maybe talk to AIRS and see if they need to update this. What I found in talking to Jolasic, he indicated that even, I talked about the railroad taking 3 years, potentially. Should not happen in this case, but he mentioned that even submitting that, the approach, like this covers for 300 feet. But if our approach goes out longer, 600 feet or something, we could apply for some more funding, but we may or may not get it. He says sometimes you're pretty good at getting it for like if we have to go to 600, but much over 600, you're probably not gonna get.
Well,
So in this
Just make
case,
sure our consultant and everyone else on the project operates at 10% less than what's funded for, and then there's extra money.
I'd like to know how to get him to do that, but, I will confirm this and then see what we have to do, whether I gotta get AIRS to do an update, or whether I can just clarify it in an email to all, we'll see.
Okay. My last comment is at the bottom of page 8. AIRS is supposed to obtain title searches, 13 of them,
Yes,
with 12 condominium owner reports, and 1 title search for the former railroad right-of-way. Now, we're not, as part of the project, we're not taking anyone's property or portions of their property. So I'm wondering,
is this
who are the
because,
12 condo,
is it because of the,
Cross,
Yes. People would cross yes. on
right,
Yeah,
but
that-
what,
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what you're
That's
talking
the
about.
condo, there's condo association.
Yeah.
right, but why would they have any, we're not doing anything on that side of the road.
It's
We
gonna
may
be
It's in
impact.
case we
Well, the
impact their
intersection.
property.
Okay.
They also might
Yeah.
put materials that they need to.
Oh, sure, they wanna know
Yeah.
what they have, where to keep the materials off of.
Correct.
And if we're shutting down roads, I would think it has an impact, but what condo are we talking about? Is that-
Right across
the
street.
It's not a
Earmark?
standard looking condo.
No, not.
Yeah, they're kinda
before you
sideways
go
like
over the
this.
They're
freeway.
like brown apartment,
Apartment.
like
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah. those
There's
are
the
the
storage
condos.
container,
Yes.
you know,
Right
straight
across
across,
the
that's
street.
the twenty we have in the town,
Yeah.
then right across that. They just don't look like your standard condos.
Okay.
So that's fine.
And potentially,
That
they
makes
said
sense.
we could be working with county on the intersection as well, so that could impact them.
Well, I made it a point that they're going to bring them in. So Ayers is supposed to be the one that takes on a lot of this stuff. He even went through the contract and said, yeah, they've got that submission for the extended, what do they call those, 600 feet?
Right away.
The
Or
lead-in.
approach.
Approach, yeah, the approach, couldn't think of the term.
The only thing the town has to do is on page, and that's provide utility easements, as known, traffic control during the soil borings,
Yes.
public, participate in the public involvement meeting. That's really about it.
And everything between DPW and nothing we can't handle.
No,
So,
no, it didn't seem outrageous.
No.
What was all listed in there.
So I'm okay